Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a player profile on Lachie Whitfield. I haven't had much time to do player profiles lately because of school just started up again. But yeah, I'll get through this super quickly. So Lachie Whitfield, he's priced at $500,000. He's 27 years of age, and he is defender and mid eligible for us this year. So in 2013, which was his first season, he played 19 out of 22 games. One of those games he missed was in round 6 with soreness, and the other one he was omitted for. I'm not sure about the other one he missed, but anyway, in 2014, he played 11 out of 22 games. He was out from rounds 3 to 7 with a foot injury. He missed rounds 18 to 23 with a shoulder injury as well. So 2015, he played 21 out of 22 games, and he was out for round 8 with illness. So in 2016, he played 19 out of 22 games. He was out from round 17 to 19 with illness. So in 2017, he played 15 out of 22 games. It's not an injury, but he did miss the first 7 games as a part of a 6-month ban because he avoided a drug test or something. I'm not really sure what that was, but yeah. So in 2018, he actually played all of the games, so no injuries at all. 2019, he missed 16 out of 22 games. He missed rounds 7 and 8 with a corky, and he was out for rounds 12 to 16 with a collarbone injury. So yeah. And then in 2020, he played all of his games, so 17 out of 17, although he was concussed in round 3 against Western Bulldogs. And then in 2021, he played 15 out of 22 games. So he had a liver injury which interrupted his pre-season and made it so that he was out for the first 6 games. He also had a concussion, which kept him out for round 18. So now that we've looked at his his injury capabilities, we're going to look at his scoring history. But before we do that, just a quick summary of his injuries. So obviously he's had a ton of injuries over his career, but for the most part they've been pretty random injuries. There haven't been any soft tissue injuries, and there haven't really been too many recurring injuries, apart from that he's had concussions now in both of the last 2 years. So anyway, his scoring history. So Whitfield was selected as the number 1 pick in 2012. So obviously he has great skills with the ball in hand, and I mean I still don't know if he's left or right footed because he can kick on both feet really well. He's also got great speed and endurance, and yeah, really plays a great role on the wing, getting a heap of uncontested possessions and stuff. So we'll look at all of his years of scoring. So in 2013, he averaged 73. His highest score was 141. He went over 110 one time, and he went below 90 13 times. In 2014, he averaged 79. His highest score was 127. He went over 110 once, and he went below 98 times. In 2015, he averaged 78. His highest was 115. He went over 110 one time, and went below 90 15 times. In 2016, he averaged 81. His highest was 135. He went over 110 twice, and he went under 90 12 times. In 2017, he averaged 97.6. His highest was 134. He went over 110 5 times, and below 95 times. In 2018, he averaged 100. His highest was 141. He went over 110 7 times, and below 97 times. In 2019, he averaged 111. His highest was 170. He went over 110 8 times, and below 90 only 3 times. In 2020, he averaged 105. His highest was 167. he went above 110 7 times and below 90 4 times. In 2021, he averaged 92. His highest was 146. He went over 110 4 times and below 99 times. So yeah, obviously that's pretty good scoring history. Great ceiling, obviously. And if you remove some of his injury scores, like some of those averages are even better. So he averaged 115.7 in 2019 without that injury affected 45 in round 6. He averaged 110.6 in 2020 without the injury affected without an injury affected 8 in round 3, and he averaged 96.7 in 2021 without the injury affected 32 in round 17. Also, in my opinion, you can't really count that 2021 average because it's really nowhere near what he can do just because of that injury. And yeah, because of that injury in the preseason, obviously he's not going to be up to his full fitness. And I mean, as we saw, like players with Dunkley, after they do get injured for a long time in the middle of the season, it is really hard to return to your best average. Okay, so now we're going to look at value. So he's super cheap compared to the starting prices that we've seen him at before. So 2018, he started at 536,000. 2019 started at 542,000. 2020 he started at 604,000, and 2021 he started at 561,000. So injuries aside, there's no doubt he can average 100 plus, but obviously he's priced at 92.3. And I reckon he could easily, yeah, as I said, average 100, but that's pretty conservative. So like he could even go like 110 plus if he can, just avoid those injuries. Okay, so my take, should you pick him or not? So obviously Whitfield's scoring is great. The only issue is his durability, but yeah, if durability is your concern, I reckon you either start him or just avoid him the whole season. Personally, I'm going to start him just because those injuries weren't really soft tissue related and weren't too many recurring injuries. And also the value for me is just too much to pass up, especially because he does have pretty huge ownership. So anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, subscribe.